Hello. So, I'm going to be showing you how I draw people. Basically just the faces, but like shoulder up. So first you're gonna start with a really light circle, a little bit higher than in the middle of the paper, like, and not too big, like that. And then two lines on the sides of them, kind of pointing in, and more like a soft triangle. I don't know how to explain it, but like those lines to make like the chin, and then neck goes not, well, it depends what character you're drawing, but like it's usually curved on the back, on the sides, and then just lines for the shoulders. For the nose, you're gonna do kind of a big, not triangle, but open triangle with a line on the bottom that points outwards when it gets farther down. And then two little lines on the sides of it, and one that connects those two. So it's kind of like I don't even know what that's called. And then on the little lines, you do two darker lines in it for the nostrils, and curves for the sides of the nose. And then a little highlight thing, because why not? And then the lines on the top. And for the mouth, I usually draw two little dots so I know where to connect it. I didn't really like that one, so it's a different one. And it's more neutral face shape. I'm gonna do different mouth shapes after. And then for the eyes, it's like a up line and then across, and then basically the same thing inverted and flipped on the bottom of it, and then just do the same thing for the other side. You should try to make it about the same height. It looks better that way, but it's not, they're not going to be the exact same. So just try your best. And same thing. And for the pupil, it's going to be pretty big. It's not going to be a full circle because the eyelid is covering it, but yeah. And then eyelids and bags, and then the eyebrows are just like that shape. It's pretty easy to make. And then the inside of the eyes, two lines that don't connect in the middle but go down like a little circle for the pupil, and then I put little shapes inside of it. For the ears, it's going to be a little point and then goes out and back in. They don't have to be perfect. It's they're usually pretty messy. And then for the inside of the ears, we're not doing that yet. For the inside of the ears, you do like a little triangle and then a line up to make like the inside, I guess. And then for earrings, they're just like a little loop and then a line. Yeah. So that's the face. And you can erase the guide for the nose too. So it leaves you with a nose. And then you can do little blush lines if you want. And for the hair, I'm going to do like short, shaggy hair, kind of like Drew's with the bangs. You kind of just want to go crazy with it. Just do whatever you want. The bangs usually go in the middle and then come out to the side with a few spikes. And then the bangs always have like the thing that connects them down. I don't know what it's called. and then just little spikes everywhere. And then it's going to be a little bit higher than the top, and just do like little pokes everywhere. It's like a type of motion, but I don't know how to describe it. You can just see it. Just like that, a bunch of times. You can do the little thing at the top too. I forgot what that's called. And yeah, you can do all that. So that's the whole face. And then I'm not very good at drawing clothes. So when I usually do like t-shirts or something, I'm just gonna draw a collar because why not? It's pretty easy to make. It's just a bunch of triangles in the right places. Yep. And then, yeah, that's basically it. And then you can do the little shoulder lines. I just make them pretty randomly. Yeah. And then I'm going to show you how to do all the facial features individually on a different page. So here's a different piece of paper, and first we're going to do the eyes. So for the type of eye that I did in the drawing before, it's going to be a line up and then a straight line across, like I said, and then it's inverted and flipped in the bottom to make like a shape. And then pupils like that, just two lines there, and then mostly in the middle across, but with a gap in between for the pupil, which is just like a semicircle on the bottom. And then little shapes inside, because that's what I like to do. You can add eyelashes and stuff if you want. It's just that type of eye. And then for an eye that's wider, it's gonna be just really rounded. So basically the same thing with the little line that goes up, but then the other line that goes across is just rounded a little bit. And then the bottom is a bit farther apart and also rounded. And you can add like make the top line thicker and stuff. And eye bags and other stuff. The pupil and stuff inside the eye is going to be more of a defined circle since the eye is wider, but it's basically just the same thing. And little shapes and stuff, and that's it. Oh, okay. My camera's flying everywhere. Yeah. And then we're gonna do a nose here. So, like I said, it's like two downward lines that are pretty long, and then a line at the bottom to connect it. I keep saying the word line, but that's the only way to describe this. Yeah. Then that, and then on the bottom of that, the sides, two inward lines, like that, and another line to connect it. And then on the little ones on the side, it's going to make it a little bit darker for the nostrils, and then little curves for the sides of the nose. Yep. And then a little line on the bottom to know where you're going when you color it in, and highlight and more lines. And then you can erase the guide. And that's it. Pretty simple nose. And then I'm going to show you a few different mouths that I do. again with like the dots on the side. I always do that. It's pretty simple. Sometimes I make 2 lines that don't connect like that, and sometimes they do connect. So it's like a smile and whatever that thing is. And then for an open mouth, it's gonna be like, it goes kind of up on the top line and then comes back down to meet the lines or the dots. Yeah. And for an open mouth, it's basically like a flat lemon shape, again with the up and then down again. The thinner one is gonna be closed, and then this one, for the bottom teeth, do like 2 curved lines and then connect them like that, and then make another curve on the bottom, and then something inside of them to make the tongue. And then for the top teeth, it's gonna be straight across with the 2 canine teeth, because why not? And then yeah, basically just that. And you can color in the other part because there's nothing there. There goes my camera again. That's basically it. I don't know. Those are mostly the only math that I do. But anyways, that's it. If you have any video suggestions, I'll take them. Goodbye.